64, as we told you about yesterday morning this time. You know, the last 5 years of her life, she was battling Alzheimer's disease. She made it no secret. She made the announcement certainly in fact, and retired 8 months after making the announcement. More than 5 million Americans, though, are living with Alzheimer's disease. Joining me now is Dr. Ali Kazraian. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. You know, this is an important conversation because as we see someone like Pat Summitt, who meant so much to so many people, it reminds us that there are things that we need to be aware of when it comes to perhaps older family members.
Absolutely.
Let's talk first, if we will, because I remember when I was reading this yesterday being so shocked because one, Pat Summitt was so young. And two, it feels like she had just told us about her condition and that this progressed so quickly, and I had no idea that happened, because I have someone that I know who's had Alzheimer's disease for many, many years and is still functioning.
So Alzheimer's disease, you know, first and foremost, our condolences go to the family of Pat Summitt, who was very brave in how she dealt with this and played this forward in such a way to make strides to contribute to the research and give back to this disease. It actually affects more than 5 million people, like you said, and it claims the lives of more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer put together. So it's an important disease.
So how does it kill you then?
So the way it kills people is more in terms of the fact that it's a progressive decline. So people have declines in memory, which is the first part, and that kind of begins to affect the way they communicate with their environment, and then basic motor functions. And so people often die of infections, things like pneumonias. They begin having difficulty with swallowing, so they aspirate their food and get aspiration pneumonias. They can get urinary tract infections. They become a bit more chair-bound or bed-bound, and so that sets you up for blood clots, deep vein thromboses, which can cause blood clots to the lung. You can potentially also get difficulties with falls. That could cause problems. Incontinence issues with bowel and urine can potentially set you up for falls as well. And
so it's a dramatic decline then that allows your body just stops functioning. It sounds like. And does it usually work? 5 years? Is that the typical amount of time?
So interestingly, the average lifespan for someone after they begin to have noticeable symptoms after the onset of Alzheimer's is about 8 years, but the range can go from about 4 years to even as long as 20 years.
So let's talk symptoms if we can. Okay. Memory loss that disrupts daily life, and that's important. Not a difference between you're just so busy that you forget things, but it actually disrupts your daily life. Challenges in planning or solving problems, and also difficulty completing familiar tasks.
So, one thing that's key for this, if someone in your family begins to forget little things, there are a lot of different causes for memory loss, so don't automatically assume this. If you're concerned about these, and you can get a lot of websites you can go to talk about these 10 pinnacle of signs, it always kind of starts with the idea with memory. And the idea behind this is the part of the brain that's affected with these plaques and tangles that they talk about are part of the process of the communication between nerve cells, and these parts that are affected cause the death of these cells, and that affects the communication. So that affects memory as one of the first signs. If you're concerned about this, talk to your doctor, because there are a lot of things that can be done in terms of a comprehensive workup to make sure it's not other things. When you are noticing these signs, it's memory loss, it's beginning to have difficulty with familiar tasks. They become a bit more challenging. Problem solving becomes more challenging in terms of withdrawal from work and social experience that you notice.
And this was one also that we were reading through. In fact, when you provided the warning signs, it's new problems with words in speaking or writing, as if you're forgetting the word that you want to use in a sentence.
It becomes, your ability to do and grasp the things that were familiar to you before. And one of those things that's very, very important is communication. Often you kind of notice people that are having difficulty with the onset of this. That becomes a problem with Pat Summitt. One of the things that prompted her to get evaluation is she forgot an offensive game plan during a game.
And something that, she'd been coaching since she was 22 when she joined the Volunteers. Thank you very much, Doctor.
My pleasure.
Do appreciate it. I certainly hope that it helps members of our community or maybe grappling with whether or not they have a loved one who perhaps has early on stages of dementia. For the latest health news, by the way, and also to watch this entire interview, you can do so later this morning by going to our website, news4jax.com, and looking under the morning show page. Now it's